I'm a minute early, and that's just the kind of girl I am. I figured, I was going to wait until exactly noon and hit it. But then I was like, let's start the live how I do most things, right? I always show up just a little bit early. So I would like to welcome you to the first ever Pantry Party. This is going to be very exciting. I'm going to be talking to my friend Jack, and that's her initials. It's Gina Anderson Cohen, J-A-C, Jack. And so once I see her come in the room, we are going to officially get this Pantry Party started. Yes, thank you, Kurt. Let's party indeed. Oh, I see Gina has, or I should say Jack, right? Gina has entered. So how do I click this? Oh boy. You know, my husband is at Urban Bourbonist, and he's awesome at this. So you're gonna have to meet him right away. Chris, help me. See, Gina, I thought that I could immediately, you could request to be in here. Do you see that somewhere? Oh gosh. Oh, here, yes, view. Go live. Hosted one. So welcome.
I'm gonna clean my lens.
Yeah, please do.
Better.
Welcome to the first ever Pantry Party that you started.
You started it. It was your idea.
Well, let's take a beat. First, we should introduce you because you are a magical being. I've been telling everybody your name is Jack. J-A-C.
We're going there. Yeah, Jack.
Because it's an easy way for me to remember too. Gina Anderson Cohen. So,
yes, ma'am.
do you want to just, first of all, tell us who you are? And I just said you're magic. The other thing that I would love is for you to describe how you came up with this idea.
Yeah. Okay. 2 questions. I can do it. So I'm Gina Anderson Cohen. I have 2 last names like a law firm. I'm the founder of A Sweat Life. We have worked with Don Jackson Blattner, 2 last names like a law firm. A lot for a lot of reasons. P.S. Don, you look fantastic. Your hair is done. You're wearing real clothes.
Let's just point out, thank you for acknowledging that, but it is all, here's what it is. I am sitting in front of a window. And so if anybody ever wants offline, you can hire me for how to look fantastic in webinars, Instagram lives, anything you do. It's just you find a window and you sit right in front of it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, glory, glory.
Samesies.
Yeah, see, look at, do you see how it changes everything?
Magic.
Right?
Yeah, that's good lighting.
So anyway, yeah, tip of the day.
So Dawn looks good. I'm Gina. And this idea, so I sent Dawn a text message. It was a text, right, Dawn?
Yes, it was a text.
Sure. I sent you a bird. And I was like, Dawn, have you ever thought about, I don't know, doing Instagram Live with other people and helping them make food with what they have in their cupboards? And you were like, indeed, I have. And then you described to me your big idea. Tell us your big idea, Dawn.
Oh, thank you. I like this softball back and forth.
Give and take.
Okay, so, I mean, let's just hear her out, right? So she randomly, out of the blue, I feel like this was, so today's Tuesday. I think that, and I'm trying to touch my face right here.
Saturday?
So when I do touch my face, everybody, it's just like right here. I know that's still wrong, but I still feel like, you know, it's something. Anyway, so social isolation, social distancing, I get a text from Jack that says, hey, I've got a business idea for you, or I've got an idea for you.
Proposal, my friend.
A proposal. And so I read it and I was like, oh, cute idea. And it was, you know, tell people what they could do with the food in their house, right? And so I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, do I really, you know, have the expertise to do that? Can I really do this and whatever? And so I was like, I don't know. And then I started thinking a long time ago, like now I can't even find it in my computer. I'm trying to figure out, it's got to be over 15 years, Gina, that, I mean, it's probably on almost 20 years ago that I put together a TV treatment of a show called Pantry Raid. And I would go into people's pantries and I would tell them, hey, why don't you make this and this and this from what you already have? And here's a few items the next time you go, I feel like would make your life a whole lot easier. So you can pick those up, you know, so I would give them sort of a list of shit to get, you know, at the store. So anyway,
so I was like, oh my God. So I woke up this morning. I mean, so I DM'd you this morning and I was like, listen, I don't know if you're serious about being my first guest on this pantry show of yours that you've come up with. I said, but
Yours.
right. But now it reminded me that this was something that I've always been interested in. And it's not just because of like, I think I can teach people what to do with food. Okay. It's because there is something intimate about like talking about your pantry, and like it feels like a connection that I would want to have with people, right?
Yep.
So anyway, so I was like, yeah, let's test this out, because I've seen a business coach since 2012, and the one thing that I will say is the most magical thing I've received from her in terms of wisdom, so many things, is the word test. Test, 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 test.
Yeah.
Who cares if this turns out to be crazy town? Who cares? It's just, this
Can we
is a
swear?
good test. Well, you know what? Here, I said the word shit already, and then I was like, oh, what should I do? Because this is not an after dark show. So this is, we've picked the noon hour to have this. So I feel like
You're
now
right.
with kids at school, or not at school, like homeschool, I feel like I should erase the 2 times that I've said shit, which now is 3 times.
3 times,
And,
yeah.
and perhaps this is a, I don't know, a swearless show.
This could be the explicit episode, and henceforth it's swearless.
Okay, but it is really tricky. I mean, I guess I have raised myself to be a trucker mouse. I don't know. I mean, it is quite difficult. You know, like when we were on that TV segment together, part of what I do before I'm doing a TV segment, I'm like, hey, this is, you can't swear. Like I have to remind myself.
Swear.
Yeah. So I think, you know what, thank you for asking. And I did not really necessarily think that through. So maybe this is the PG show. I don't know. Maybe we had to take it into night, because I don't know that I'm going to be able to stop with the S-bombs.
The light won't be as good at night.
Oh, hey, you know what?
It's a daytime show.
Thanks for bringing this back. Thanks for bringing this back to what really matters. And that is daylight.
Wait, so this morning you and I were DMing, and I was like, you were like, why did that idea come to you? You wanted to know like explicitly why. And I was like, because I don't know, but I knew it was meant for you, which is why I texted you first. Your genius came to me to tap you to be like, hey, wake up. It's time. Be helpful.
I actually am going to cry. I tried not to cry. I did an Instagram live this morning to like tell people about that we were going to be on. And I just started I kind of did tear up. And it's because of exactly what you just said. It's why I finally reached out to you. And I was like, let's just test this out. It's because I was starting to feel like I wasn't contributing in any way. I was like, I have nothing to contribute. There's this whole
not true.
thing. Right. Well, I mean, I wish I had that voice that was always saying that to me. Like, that's not true. I was like, there's nothing that I can do to contribute. Like, And then I was like, wait a second. I was like, Jack emailed me. Me. How do you like that? I'm trying to use your nickname more.
Yeah.
Gina Anderson Cohen, Jack, emailed or texted me or whatever, this idea. It's something that I think we should test out, because it is a potential way to help, right? Because if you think about it, here's what I know. I know that people have either scurried and bought a ton of stuff in their house that they have no idea what to do with, or that they've been to the store. Somebody DM'd me and said, hey, you know what? I'm really looking forward to your show, because we tried to go to the store and all of the typical things that we get weren't there. So if somebody could give me an idea of what I can do with what I have in my house already, so I don't have to go to the store, it's huge. And then think about that. If I can help somebody not go to the store, that's one less interaction, right? That's one less thing. So anyway, Pantry Party, I feel like has real potential to do something in this whole situation that we have. And the only other thing that I will say is that, I want to help you with your pantry, but also I just like our good vibes. I feel like this is your smile, my smile. I feel like it's just blasting out little like heart rainbows at people.
Take the rainbows, go with them.
Yay. So Pantry Party.
Should we do it?
Official? Is there anything else that we need to do to set the stage? You sent me this idea prompt in my head. Oh, my other friend, Gina, how funny that you do. She spells her name with a G.
How dare she?
Exactly. Gina Murata. And she's known as the genius guru. That's actually what she does, is finds people's genius. She named this. Yeah, she names this the Pantry Party. So you were like, hey, let's do this. She was like, name it this. And I was like, oh, what's happening? Okay. Like, I'll just show up and do it then.
Here I go.
Here I go. So I guess Pantry Party, we need to see your pantry.
Yeah.
Or the other thing too, like I see a lot of clients, and one of the things that we talk about too is like what kinds of stuff you already like to eat. So like I'll look in a pantry and I'll be like, oh my God, this is going to be my answer to every single guest that ever comes on. I'm going to be like, try and make that a quesadilla. Quesadilla is going to try. I'm going to try and force everyone to eat quesadillas because I make them with very like easy cheese, you know, so it's not like cheesy bomb. But anyway, I figure, should I be asking you, do you think like what you like to eat before I see your pantry or after?
Well,
what are you
I
thinking?
think let's baseline it with which one am I? Am I the stockpiler, or am I like the what do I do with what I have?
Okay, so you have too much or you
stockpile.
have too little? Do you have too much or too little?
Too much.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me. I know you, and she is what you call prepared. She's got a million ideas. She runs a mile a minute. She is all things magic, and I would assume that if something was to go on, I would call you and be like, I'm sure she has this. Okay, so you have too much. Did you go to the store with a plan, or how did you get so much stuff?
I went to the store. Okay, so I'm the daughter of a firefighter, so I'm like emergency prepping constantly. So I went to the store knowing what would last. So like root vegetables, gourds, things that are dry in cans and jars, and things I can freeze. So that's the stuff I got. Lots of canned goods. I do have a bunch of fresh stuff, but it's like hardier greens, or we have some spinach that is about to turn. So there are a couple of,
hey, actually, so that's one of the best things. So we need to put spinach in whatever you and I come up with for this like magic meal that we're coming up with, because we don't want food waste. So the number one rule of Pantry Party, as I'm winging it as we go, number one rule is so I guess the idea of, do you have too much or too little, and is anything about to go to waste? Because then we're gonna push that as like a top priority. I probably at some point in this Pantry Party I'm gonna have to start taking diligent notes, but for now I'm gonna keep it up here. So that's very interesting about your firefighter experience of really like as your core being, like you know how to emergency prepare.
Yes, I always know where the exits are too, my friend.
Wow, isn't that something that I wouldn't know that about you, right? You seem just like so light and so airy and so unicorn-esque, but like you've got like this serious stuff going on. I mean, isn't that the truth of everyone? You can't judge a book by its cover always, right?
Yeah,
it's like there's always stuff going on in there. Okay, so you have a lot of stuff. So do you feel like you have a lot of stuff and you have good ideas, so we're just gonna like play today, or are you like legit have a problem here?
Well, I think we should play today, because I have some ideas. Like yesterday, a spark of inspiration hit me and I made some Cuban beans, which I loved. And I use them on 3 total meals. My dishwasher is making a sound, so let's stop that.
Good. That's an important note. I think during Instagram Lives or anything important, it's important that your printer goes off, your dishwasher, like all the noises.
Your dog must bark as well.
Oh, speaking of, where is your puppy?
Well, Maverick. Let's see. He's
I love
given up
Maverick.
on me. Let's see.
Oh, I thought Maverick was going to be like totally in our shop this whole time. Because he is like one time I was on a call with you and he was totally like, he was all about me. I'm just going to say, I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, there he is, looking handsome.
Maverick, I know you love me. I'm doing a pantry party with your mommy right now.
He's like, cool.
He's like, because you give that lady some social distance from me. Whatever. I mean, come on, Maverick. So okay, you have a lot of stuff. You don't have an emergency because you have some creativity around food, like your Cuban beans. What 3 meals did you make? Because let's just say, here's what I just learned. Boom, I had an aha moment. I am not, do you see how much I touched my face?
Yeah.
What the?
I know.
Anyway,
at least you're staying like
gloves. I'm trying to like stay away from the main area. But anyway,
sensory organs.
Exactly. In all seriousness, let's think about this. I am not only the expert. The person who's coming on Pantry Party may also have good ideas, right? Because don't undercredit people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give people credit, because a lot of times people can save themselves, and I'm just there to sort of like fan the abilities. So you can save yourself in that you've created this huge Cuban bean thing, which is amazing. And so anybody out there who's watching who has a ton of beans, Gina, how did you make your Cuban beans?
Okay, so it was, well, 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 2 cans of black beans, 1 can of fire roasted red tomatoes, a lime, cumin, a bay leaf, and that's it. So I sauteed the onion and garlic with coconut oil until they were translucent, added the beans and the tomatoes all with their liquid, and the bay leaf, cumin, and let it sort of boil down until it was saucy but not soupy. And then I added the lime, stirred a little bit, and boom, it was beans. Oh, I also added red pepper flakes because I didn't have anything spicy.
This is amazing. I mean, and you just did that recipe from your memory, and you did it literally. I'm going to tell you this. I have been writing recipes for over 20 years. For every magazine ever, I've written books with recipes. You just said a recipe with the perfect instructions.
I did?
Like, yes. Oh, touching. Yes, you did, because you like said exactly how long you would cook it, and you did visuals like until it was translucent. Girl, I feel like, you could be a co-host any day of the week if you want.
Do it.
Or if I'm on vacation and you want to host Pantry Raid, not Pantry Raid, it's Pantry Party, which is
Pantry Party.
just so we're clear, yes, Raid is not my personality. Party is way more my personality. So that's great. So what were the 3 meals that you made with your Cuban beans?
So did beans and basmati rice with some chicken thighs, because that is the superior part of the chicken in my opinion. And a kale salad, because the kale was about to go. So I did like a massaged kale salad. I also made that for lunch today. So we're going to have that for lunch, but I'm going to just toss it as a salad. And then we had it for breakfast. So I did scrambled eggs, rice, beans, and half an avocado.
I love that. And I think that's a good lesson for people. The whole idea when you're going to this whole, grocery store, what's the concept? It's try not to go to the grocery store often, right?
Yeah.
Stock up enough so that you can limit your exposure of yourself to others and others to yourself. So you don't need to stockpile like this is, crazy town,
right?
But you do want to have enough stuff so you're not constantly going to the grocery store, right? So, so I love the idea of multi-use recipes like that. Now, can I ask you, in terms of those sound nutritious and they sound tasty. Do they feel like craveable to you? Like, is that, because to me, I'm majorly for balance. When people are like, eat balanced meals. Balance to me means health nuts. There's healthy, wholesome balance. But then there's also wild child satisfaction factor, craveability. And so those do it for you.
Yeah, you gotta have that wild child, man. I think the starchiness of the rice was awesome for all of those meals. Felt a little indulgent. We had the white rice, which to me is a comfort food.
Love that.
And we loved it. My husband loved it too. He tried to act like he wasn't gonna like it, but he loved it.
See, how do they do that? I will tell you that another beautiful lesson that you just gave. So not only don't be afraid of avocado, because I think people aren't buying fresh stuff enough. Fresh stuff can last. And I have a plenty of things like cabbage, which if I could take a moment for cabbage right now, I love it. I love cabbage. It's in the family of all cruciferous vegetables like kale, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, the high hitter, fabulous stuff. Plus it lasts forever in your fridge. And if you slice it thin, it makes a fresh salad or a great thing on top of tacos. Anyway, love cabbage, lasts forever. But the other thing that you said is, I bought an avocado. I had it with eggs. Well, I think your breakfast sounds good, but it sounds awesome with an avocado on it, right? Avocado is that satisfaction factor. So if you get ones that are hard enough, you can have it on, you can have it on your counter forever. And then once you feel like it's starting to ripen, just pop it in your fridge so it slows the ripening process so you get a couple more days out of it. Because, all the memes and jokes are like, avocado, good, blink my eyes, bad. You know what I mean? And it's it doesn't have to be that fast that it turns. Same thing with bananas. buying them green, watching them ripen, and then when they get too ripe, you could stick them in the freezer, right? I chop them up, stick them in the freezer, and make something I call banana skinnies, where you have a piece of banana. Do you have any bananas at your house?
You want to see them?
Oh my God, this is called Pantry Party. Get me in your pantry.
We've got
Dude,
phases of bananas.
dude, look at those. You have all the phases. So at what point do you feel like you're going to need to start slicing those up and freezing them?
I think the ones on the right, I'll remind you what the ones on the right look like.
Yeah,
the ones on the right
yes,
are ready to freeze. I'll put those. I would normally put those in like a paleo banana bread I make, but that it uses a lot of eggs, and I want to save some eggs right now. So I'll probably slice them up and use them for.
Okay. Do you have these ingredients? Bananas, yes, ripened.
Yes.
Oats and any type of nut. And any type of nut.
Absolutely, I do.
And dark chocolate chips?
No dark chocolate chips, but I have everything else.
Okay, well, I will say this is a public service announcement. Please don't socially isolate in your homes without dark chocolate chips. I mean, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I know. I'm sorry. I let you down.
Start your next list, and that's what I think is a good idea. Don't go to the store. Just start your next list, right? Because I do love me a little bit of them chocolate chips. So here's those. It's a 3-ingredient banana cookie. It's just oats, mashed banana, and some chopped nuts, and you smush it all together and put it in the oven. What? It like cookies. Like, don't just smash it together and dump the whole thing in. Like, and you put in little pieces of cookies. There's a recipe on my website. I guess this is the time that I plug my website. It's like djblattner.com. So DJ Blattner on Instagram, djblattner.com on website. But that could be a potential fun thing for you to do, because I'm all about trying to make sure that this is craveable for you. Like whatever we're doing, that it's not just like, you have some balanced eating, but you have like satisfaction factor.
Wild child.
Yeah. All right. So let's just point out, for those of you watching Pantry Party, there has been so many aha moments, such as buying avocado, how to do it, buying banana, how to do it, your delicious Cuban bean recipe and 3 ways to use it. I mean, my mind is going crazy. And now we have a 3-ingredient cookie. If this isn't saving lives out there, I don't know what is. This is great. All right, so we are almost 20 minutes in, and I haven't seen your pantry, girl. I mean, should we look? Let's just look. Okay. But I don't want to. Other guests don't ever have to feel panic about like a clean or what do you call that? Disheveled pantry. Disheveled. There is no. Hey, anybody watching? This is a no judgment zone. You don't judge anyone's pantry. There's no judging at Pantry Party. Okay, here we are.
Okay, so
take me on a tour.
It's pretty full right now and disorganized. So let's talk about what we have up top. We have some Wild Child snacks. We've got the Parmesan garlic chips that husband requested.
I gotta take notes. I gotta go get a notebook. Oh my god. Because I just had an idea come to me. I guess I am tapped in. Because think about that Wild Child goodness. Wait, do you eat meat? I forget about this.
I eat meat, but I try to do like 1 meal or 2 meals a day without.
Yeah, because think about those naughty crackers chopped up, smashed as a coating to like chicken fingers or fish. Like, so if you have any fish or frozen or chicken in there, I say chicken tenders. Make those with your crushed up, delicious.
Love it.
And again, okay, I'm a dietitian. I'm not supposed to say food is naughty or good, but you know what I mean, like naughty, fun, satisfaction factor. Okay, fine. I'm writing a list for you, because this is now, I feel like there's so many ideas of fabulous that I can't even control it. Okay, tell me more.
Okay, so I also have an abundance of nut butter, but that can last for a while. So we can use it as flavors or we can save it. Okay. I have so many nuts. That was about to fall out. I have gluten-free pancakes from Trader Joe's for some reason.
Yummy.
I'm going to take it out and try not to make you guys dizzy. I have cashews that are raw and unsalted. So those can be used in a sauce or whatever. Yum. I have some, my gosh, this is old, but hey, it's here. An Asian flavor left over from my very real Asian phase. I go through phases of places in the earth.
That's fun.
Purple heirloom potato crisps. Also for the husband who requested something not healthy when I went to the grocery store.
I do think our houses need some of that comfort vibe, you know, and any food you can work on balancing it out. So I think that's great. And I also love how much you're throwing him under the bus.
I know. He's the literal best. So today, I'm going to flip around so I can tell you this. Today, I published a piece on a Sweat Life that was about like working in the same space as your partner for the first time.
I need to read that. I need to read that.
I tried my best not to throw him under the bus. So anytime it was like, one of you needs to do the dishes, I was like, that's me. I'm the one.
Who could which one could that be?
Who could it be?
That's great.
Okay, so
well, that's great. Okay.
Quick oats. Okay. I also have rolled oats. So I have much oats. I have pine nuts.
Yum.
Just in case. I have some chicken broth concentrate.
Okay.
From Trader Joe's.
That's great. I love that you have that. Because also, you know, I'm well, you're well, but if we ever start feeling like a little under the weather, even with just like, you know, a flu or whatever, having broth around the house, I think is a very smart idea, because that's sometimes you just want that warmed in a mug, you know?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
And then we have just like every nut you could imagine I have in here except peanuts. Roasted and salted pecan halves, which go really nicely on a salad. Okay, let's talk about beans and grains. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm moving down. We have quinoa, much quinoa, and this is also where the rolled oats live. I'm going to move the quinoa so we can see the rice selections. Bye. I have some wild rice. I love wild rice. Okay. I have pumpkin seeds, which I don't know, call that a grain, call that a nut. We'll move it to the nut shelf. Dawn, I have everything. I have dried shiitake mushrooms.
Okay, here's what I want to know. Do you really have everything? Because where's the pasta?
I don't have any pasta.
Where's the pasta?
There's not been any pasta anywhere. And I can't eat gluten. So we're kind of
What about garbanzo pasta, brown rice pasta? I'm sure everybody is not buying that.
I swear to you, I went to Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, and they were out of all of it.
Wow, this is really something we need to take a beat on. I'd like you to start your list for the next time you go shopping to look and see if it's been restocked. The pasta.
Because husband loves pasta.
Right? It's one of those things where, I mean, I do have pasta, but I don't have Clorox wipes. So, I mean, I'd rather be in your shoes of like, not having as much pasta, but having like some disinfectant. Although there are recipes on how to make a disinfectant, and I don't even have those ingredients. So basically, let's just say I was not a daughter of a firefighter.
Well, I'll help you make the emergency prep list next time.
Oh, we got some notes up here, by the way, about Mariano's. Ooh. Do you have a Mariano's by you?
Yeah, I can get to a Mariano's.
Yeah, but again, we're trying to limit time to the grocery store. So I suggest everybody just keep a list and say, okay, you know what, next time I go, see if they have it. Okay, so your grains in your world are rice. We know this.
Yeah.
What other, do you have like starchy things like potatoes or sweet potatoes?
Oh, I sure do. I have. So I went to Whole Foods today, actually. Okay. So I have like a bag of stuff, and I'm leaving the root vegetables, like anything porous, outside for 3 days, just until we know that cool. Coronavirus can't live beyond 3 days, as far as we know right now. It is March 17th, and that's the best of our knowledge. So it's like a little root cellar out there. Everything porous that I can't clean with a Clorox wipe lives on my balcony. So I have sweet potatoes out there. I know.
I didn't know it. I've pretty much bought potatoes and then just rubbed them on everything. So
wash them, cook them. You're fine. You cook to them. You're okay.
Oh, cook. Yeah, that's true. Cook.
And then I have in here my refrigerator some regular good old white potatoes.
Yum.
And some regular good white onions.
Okay, I have something brewing. Okay, what else? Do you have anything else besides the spinach that we need to use? Because here's what I know. I will give you a lowdown of what has happened in my head. I know I have spinach to use, right?
Yep.
I also know you said that you have nuts about 700 times. You were like, I have a million nuts. I have these nuts. I have nuts. I have nuts. Yeah. And then right when I thought she's never going to say the word nut again, she said it like 5 more times. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we are going to have to make some sort of like spinach nut pesto or something because
Ooh.
you've got too many nuts in there to like
Yeah.
not use. So it's either what you said, it's like either a cashew Alfredo sauce. I don't know if you do you have nutritional yeast at home?
I sure do.
Okay, so I have a recipe also on djbladder.com
Yeah.
for like a cashew Alfredo, but you could
I love
easily
this.
put that with like spinach and then
Yeah.
obviously any of your beans. But I love the idea of pesto with potato wedges. Like I
I like
love
that
potato
too.
wedges. Don't
Yes.
you think potato wedges, I feel like, are undervalued in this world? Because they're like
Absolutely.
homemade fries, people. They're
Yeah.
like homemade fries. Now, the only thing we would need is what would be your protein in this, right? Is like, I guess the nuts, we would have to put a lot of nuts or also add beans to the
Yeah.
pesto mix. And what would be the flavoring? Garlic, like obviously
Garlic. Yeah, garlic, nutritional yeast. I think I've got some miso paste if you like that.
I enjoy this level of thinking, but I mean, what would you say is your theme that you feel like eating? Like you said, you go through themes where you're like sometime on an Asian kick. Like that would be a very American style meal. It's like potato wedges. Wait, why are you smiling? Is someone here we need to introduce?
Husband's here. Say hello,
Hey!
husband. Wave to the
How
camera.
are you? Oh, look at that. It's nice to see you again. We met on the street one day, just so you know, hubby.
He can't hear you, but he
that's
has headphones in.
That's right.
But he's very excited
self.
to see you too. I do need to let you know that surprise, our Peloton has arrived. So I've got 5 minutes.
That's exciting.
That's
Congratulations. All right, this is good. Let's do a wrap. I hate long Instagram lives anyway. What's our
and we're
wrap?
good at this.
Yeah. Oh my God, please.
So love
number
the
one,
pesto potatoes.
You do not. Do you really?
I do
How
too.
could I just
Yeah.
come out with that and you're like, yeah, let's eat that?
No, that's a winner.
It doesn't sound well-rounded enough. Because what would be? You have fresh spinach, so it would be like
Fresh spinach.
I don't know. Think about this for real. It'd be potato wedges.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it needs something else.
Do you know what else I have?
Yeah, tell me.
Well, I have like tons of beans.
Yes.
I also have chicken thighs, lots of them. Get it.
I need this. I need this to be the answer. I'm gonna force you to eat this.
Okay.
Here it is. I want those goody crunchy chips crushed up. Yes. I want some chicken tenders and some potato wedges, like an American fast food joint.
I love this.
No,
a
it's like
wild
chicken
child
tenders.
Dinner. Yeah.
Yes, it's like breaded chicken tenders with the chips that are gluten-free for you, right? But your husband loves them, and they're going to add high flavor. And then you've got the whole idea of potato wedges, and you still have spinach in there, but just put some dressing on it and eat it.
Yeah, I love this.
No, do you?
I really do.
You're like, my Peloton is here, so I do have to love it.
I mean, they can wait. They can wait.
I think this is a good idea. I do. I think it's a good idea. But at some point, you're going to have to report back to me on what you really decided to do with that almost spoiled spinach.
I'm doing that today. That's happening. Can you send me notes on what you're thinking, and then I can post it tonight when I make that for dinner?
I'll send you notes, but then the other thing is, say this, you chalk this away, and all you want to do is spend time on your new Peloton, and you're like, I don't want to make any of this mumbo jumbo garbage. Nah. Just use that spinach in a smoothie, for crying out loud.
I'm making banana cookies, pesto potatoes, and chicken crusted with our very favorite potato chips. It's going to be the best, most Americana meal.
And what's the vegetable there? Spinach salad, or you're using the spinach salad for the pesto?
Well, I think we could use both because there are like 2 bags in there. Yeah.
We've just hit the jackpot. Girl, I just want to thank you for being the inaugural first ever Pantry Party guest. You have added so much value to our lives. I have to tell you, we love you. And so where can everybody find you if they want to continue along with all the magic that you are doing in this world?
Well, follow us at A Sweat Life and A Sweat Life everywhere. And also you can follow me at Gina Anderson Cohen. I'll post this meal tonight. It's happening. Husband's going to love it. I am certain of it. And obviously follow everything Dawn does too, duh.
I love you. And
love you.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this show. We're going to try and keep this puppy rolling.
Yes. Pantries for America.
Yes. Hey, I love you, babe.
Love you.
I did away from my hand.
I know. I touched my mouth. I felt bad about it.
Oh boy. Oh wait, I have an exit that I want to do. Okay, ready?
Ready?
I'm sending you big love and high immunity vibes.
I accept.
Okay, fine.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. That was so fun. Yeah. Okay, so that just happened, everybody. I mean, Pantry Party #1, I mean, was a pretty big success. I mean, I like the idea of trying to keep it to a half an hour actually, because my attention is like in the dumps. So I can't pay attention to more than half an hour. So this idea of a quick half an hour, very good. What else did we learn about pantry parties? Quick is good. Finding out if the person has not enough supplies or too much, I think is good. Finding out if something is about to go bad, what we need to get on that agenda. I got a chance to see in her pantry and her fridge. I probably in future episodes could spend a little more time in those places because they were very fun to look at. And then I tried to listen and hear like what she felt like she had a lot of so that we could probably use that. So in the end, with Jack, who really is the creator of this idea, or at least the inspiration behind this idea, Gina Anderson Cohen, we came up with really a twofold plan. One, her bananas are rotting on her counter. Come on, let's do something fun with those, right? So we're going to do the 3-ingredient cookies. Again, you can find them at djblattner.com. And then I tossed out a bunch of ideas of like, you know, thinking about an Alfredo sauce and da-da, but in the end, it looked like she was really interested in this idea of making a nut base with all of her nuts, a nut-based pesto with some of that spinach. She has like 2 bags of spinach, she said. So I think that's good. And then she has some potatoes for her starchiness. So I like that. And then breading little chicken like tenders. I like any sort of meal that feels very craveable and fun. And to me, like breaded little chicken tenders and potato wedges with some pesto on there and this little spinach salad, I think that sounds good. And so in terms of balance, I'm looking, does she have a carby thing? Does she have a protein? Does she have a vegetable? And there's some good fat in there. So I'm doing that in my mind, double checking that she has all those balanced ingredients. But then I'm doing a big check of like, is this fun? Is there enough wild child happening? And so I feel like I really amped up her fun factor. Plus, then I demanded that she start a list for her next trip to the grocery store. Not to run out right away, but like as she's dwindling in supplies and goes out, get pasta on that list. Come on, man. And even if you're gluten-free, there's so many fabulous pasta options. Lentil pastas, garbanzo bean pasta, one of my favorites, brown rice pasta, so quinoa pasta. So hopefully she can get her hands on some of that. And we can do some fun things with pasta with a Jack in the future. And then I also demanded that she put dark chocolate chips on there because come on, if we're going to be in our homes, like might as well have some dark chocolate chips. All right. So anyway, I think that was a pretty successful pantry party. Okay. And here's what I need. If you enjoyed it, I'm going to need a guest for tomorrow. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't even know if I'm available tomorrow at noon Central Time, but maybe sometime tomorrow. I'll have to figure this out, really. But I need guests. That's bottom line. In a non-judgmental way, would you like some help with your pantry? Would you like to open it up to America for us to look in and see what you've got and try and strategize together? One of the things we learned, too, is that I don't have all the answers. I'm a person with an expertise, not necessarily an expert, right? I'm just a person with an expertise, but everybody has great ideas and they have their own solutions to their own pantry problems too. So we learned that Gina had a lot of good, helpful tips to give us as well. So I'm looking forward to my next guest. Who's it going to be? Tell your friends and then DM me if you want to be a guest. DM me. That's the way. Great. All right, I don't even want to sign off because this has been so much fun, but I'm going to sign off. So now I'm doing my sign off to you. I'm sending you big love and high immunity vibes. And until next time, kisses.